Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Guys, as you can see, I'm in a different location. We are in our new temporary house for now, so uh, this might be a temporary spot to do reviews, but kind of like that tree in the background over there, over the neighbor's house. Nice fall colors, so I thought I'd just set up here for right now. Um, really nice day, kind of a mild day outside. Little cool, but feels pretty good actually. Hopefully, I'm hoping we had not a really hot winter, but all the days started to kind of blend together. Your average day was probably around 80 degrees, and just kind of it's dry. So a little bit cooler weather feels real good. I'm hoping uh, for some rain this winter. It doesn't really snow around here. But I'm hoping for some rain at least because I do like my seasons. So, um, anyway, nice day. So, wanted to do a little review for you. We're going to talk about this one here today. This is the Early Times Bottled in Bond, which came out. I don't know if it came out this year or last year or when exactly. It's still not available in California as far as I know, but I do have my sources. Um, but I was able to get this bottle here. I've got some good friends out there looking out for me, so thank you if you're watching. And as you guys might know, I've talked about Early Times before. I really enjoy Early Times. Um, they've been around a long time. I've got a family photograph of my, I believe, 2 times great grandparents in their kitchen back in 1940, and by then they were already, um, getting up there in years. But they were having a family party in this particular family photo, and there's a bottle of Early Times there on the counter, and I always thought that was pretty neat. It's just one of those whiskeys that, it's had its ups and downs over the years, but it's a very good whiskey. This particular bottle, of course, is a bourbon. Early Times, I believe, started off as a bourbon, and then they started, at least for part of their batches, they started using the used oak barrels, so they could only call themselves, um, I believe, Kentucky whiskey, or I think it was like Kentucky straight whiskey or something like that. But this one here is bourbon for their Early Times bottled in bond, 100 proof, of course. And I just love the rich history of Early Times. It was created back in 1860 by Jack Beam, who was the nephew of Jim Beam. He was the son of Jim's, I believe, son of Jim's brother. So, long history with the Early Times brand here. I'll just read the back of it real quick. It says, Early Times Bottled in Bond, our tribute to historic bourbon whiskey making, honors the quality standards set forth by the U.S. Bottled in Bond Act of 1897. It tells you about the Bottled in Bond Act, which we know about. It says, this act requires the whiskey to be in the product of one distiller, that is distilled at one American distillery during one distilling season, must be aged for at least 4 years, and under government supervision, and bottled at 100 proof. So we knew that, but it's kind of a little rehash there. And that's it. Let's open this up. Just kind of enjoy that label. Pretty cool, guys. Give you a little close up there. Pretty old school looking label. All right, just a little pour there. Okay. So, unfortunately parked myself right here in the sun. Sun's kind of at that point of the day where it's right there in my eyes. So, take a look at it off to the side here, and it's like a light amber in the glass, I guess you'd say, almost like a darker hay note. It's if you know the color of Jim Beam, it's a little bit darker than that, but not too dark, not too light, kind of right in between there. Let's give it a nose. And on the nose, guys, the first thing I noticed is it's got a buttery note to it on the nose. Nice, like a buttery corn. It's got that corn sweetness. Um, but yeah, it's like a kind of maybe almost a buttered popcorn. I don't without the kind of saltiness to it. But yeah, buttery corn note there. Or if you just take a corn on the cob and slather it up with butter, I'm getting a lot of that. Some good caramel there as well. Like almost with that caramel sweetness to it. A little bit of that butteriness. Some kind of raw sugar notes to it. I'm getting a good caramel corn here. That's what it reminds me of, is a good caramel corn. Good, it's funny. I mean, I know it's just the fake sugary stuff, but almost, almost like something that I personally love. A lot of people don't, but it's okay. A good candy corn as well. It's sweet in the glass, but again, that buttery note. It just got a nice smooth nose. There's nothing sharp there. Let's give it a taste. Mm. And on the palate, I'm still getting that buttery note, that caramel corn with the caramel, but I'm getting uh, more spice on the palate than I was on the nose. There wasn't a whole lot of spice on the nose for me, but on the palate, it's definitely there. Some good rye spice, a peppery type rye spice to it. Sometimes you get different notes with rye. You might get a little more uh, like piney sometimes, a little more fruity. In this case, it's more of a peppery type note to it. Try not to put the glass down too hard, guys, because I'm at a slant. Not sure if you guys can see it through the camera, but we're on the side yard right now, and ground's a little slanted, so I'm trying to be very careful. But that's mostly what I get is I get some of that raw sugar, that caramel corn, a little bit of candy corn, uh, that rice spice, a little bit of vanilla, almost a little bit of like a vanilla frosting, like a light vanilla frosting. Somebody found Dad. Um, but it's just a really good offering from Early Times, guys. As I said, I really enjoy their Kentucky whiskey, but this just takes it to the next level. I'm glad that they came out with this. Very, very good bottle here. It's got I mean, if I'm gonna nitpick, it's got it's not a short finish, but I'd say it's more of a medium finish than a long finish. Um, but it's still there. I'm still getting on the finish. You're getting um, goes from sweet to more spicy. I'd say from that rye. Um, uh, the I believe. Don't quote me on this. You might want to look it up, but I believe the mash bill on this is 79% corn, 11% rye, and 10% malted barley. I believe, but I'll have to look that up again. But I know it's 79% corn, and I'm pretty sure it's 11% rye. I'm pretty sure. So it's got a little bit of a rye mash bill. I mean, it's got a little bit of rye in the mash bill. So getting some good, good spice, good sweetness. It's just a really solid bourbon. Um, it's everything I'd expect early times to have in a bonded bourbon. So, very good stuff, and I highly recommend it, guys. Give it one more sip, give it a score. Very, as I said, it has a little spice, but it's very soft on the palate. For 100 proof, I like that buttery kind of quality to it, that kind of caramel note to it. Um, you know, that buttery corn is just really good. Totally solid bourbon here. I'm gonna give it an 88 out of 100. Pretty high score, guys. So, but it's very very good. Um, One that you could have in your pantry all the time and just wouldn't feel too bad mixing it. Wouldn't feel. I mean, I'd love to just sip on this. I'd always have a bottle of this to sip on if it was available here. Really good stuff, guys. So that's gonna do it for now. 88 out of 100. Very solid stuff. So that's gonna do it, guys. I'm looking forward to talking to y'all soon. Got several more whiskeys to review soon. Hopefully, I'll have some announcements before too long. We'll see. This year's just been insane, as I'm sure it has been for everybody else. So, with all the ups and downs, it's just been hard to be consistent with anything. So, hopefully, more consistency on the way, and some good news for you guys before too long. And that's it for now. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and that's it, guys. Until next time, cheers.